Hi, Cynthia.
Hey, Jen. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Welcome to the Marketing Duo podcast, the podcast where marketing experts Cynthia of Digital Bloom IQ and Jen of Jen Vasquez Media come together to share their wealth of knowledge and insights on scaling your business.
Each episode, Cynthia and Jen dive into the latest marketing strategies, mindset shifts, and also growth tactics specifically designed for ambitious female founders who are tech savvy and eager to enhance their marketing game.
Whether you're looking to fine-tune your approach or discover innovative ways to accelerate your business, the Marketing Duo podcast provides actionable tips and inspiring conversations to help you reach your goals.
Tune in for a blend of practical advice and empowering discussions tailored to help you thrive in the ever-evolving digital landscape. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. We've done news on SEO. We've done news on Pinterest, but I have all of this information that is like the latest things on different social platforms that I thought might be helpful to those out there. We, of course, tend to talk about search marketing stuff, but I feel like it doesn't hurt to give some like updated information on the platforms. So Cynthia and I are going to be sharing that because staying on top of social media changes can also feel like a full-time job. We were just talking about that
Oh my God.
off camera.
Totally.
But don't worry because we have you today.
You're in the right place.
To be able to go over this. Yes. So here are the latest updates across Pinterest, LinkedIn, Meta, which Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube. So it's a lot, but we're going to give you little blurbs. Just note that the link will be in the podcast that will share all of these links so that you'll be able to get the details. So don't worry about that. And I feel like, from new video features and trend reports to strategic posting shifts, this roundup, I think, will really help you to stay current and also to keep your content working smarter, not harder, which is what I am all about. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with Pinterest. So Pinterest is having a moment. Always, in my opinion. And if you're not keeping up, you might miss some key audience insights and opportunities. In fact, Pinterest is the only platform, to my knowledge, that literally tells you at any point in time, you can go to trends.pinterest.com and you can look up exactly what's trending right now. And the other platforms, to my knowledge, don't ever have that. So that's a side benefit if you are not using Pinterest. So the first one is Summer Trends Report. Pinterest released its annual Summer Trends Report in June, giving you a peek at what people are searching for and saving this season. It covers everything from travel to fashion to home design. If you're creating content or products around summer vibes, this literally will be your cheat sheet. And again, the link will be in our notes below.
I love that.
Do you want to go with the next one?
Yeah, I just want to quickly say Google does have something similar called Google Trends, but that's not the same
We
thing.
have to do a whole episode on that because I had no idea.
Yeah. It's it's very broad, so you need to know how to use it, but I think it's interesting nonetheless. Okay.
Expect that episode in the future
Yes.
because I think that's going to be a good one.
All right. So here we have the Chamberlain coffee collab. So Pinterest just launched its first ever co-branded product, a limited edition coffee blend in partnership with Chamberlain Coffee. Isn't that interesting? This signals Pinterest's growing interest in real-world brand collaborations and creator-led commerce. That's so smart. Pinterest.
Yeah, they haven't done that. And they haven't really, to my knowledge, done a sort of co-branded product ever, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, point it out, let me know. But I've never heard of that. And so that was intriguing. So you can read more about it in the link in below.
Yeah.
The next one is men on Pinterest, a new user's insight. And so Pinterest is notorious for having way more women than any other platform out there.
Really?
It is kind of,
On the platform,
yes.
like active
On the
users.
platform, the active
Right.
users,
That
the majority
makes sense. Well, I guess
were
that makes
women.
sense. Yeah.
It's changing up now. And in fact, Pinterest shared fresh data on how men, especially Gen Z guys,
Right.
are using the platform. Spoiler, they are showing up in bigger numbers than ever and ever, record breaking, and searching for topics like fitness, style, mental wellness. This is basically a major opportunity for businesses who have overlooked this growing segment, or maybe who works primarily with men.
Right.
I'll give you a real life world example. My husband searches for car stuff on Pinterest,
Right.
like how to fix, what to buy, all those types of things. My son, all style and shoes and putting outfits together. Like he's a Gen Zer. So men are on there. So a lot of people used to say, if your primary audience is men, don't do Pinterest. That has now flipped on its head.
That's
right
so
now. So
fascinating.
I'm really excited. I know. I'm so excited. So this is a major opportunity, obviously, to stop overlooking this growing segment if you're part of your audience or your whole audience is men.
Yeah, totally. That makes a lot of sense. And it's so interesting how this just changes all the time.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving over to LinkedIn. So there's a few LinkedIn updates for creators to boost visibility and engagement. The first one is video covers for newsletters and articles. So you can now add short video intros to your newsletters and long form content. This gives you a chance to build connection and hook your readers visually before they even click. I didn't even know LinkedIn had newsletters integrated in the platform. That's kind of wow.
I don't know that I would, in my opinion, I wouldn't call them newsletters.
Are they tricking us?
But,
Are they tricking us?
But it's whenever you post something, that's like a newsletter or an article.
I see. They get like an email. They get an email when you post something, basically.
I think that the people that follow you get an email when you post an article or a newsletter. I don't know how they're different is my point.
Right.
I didn't even know they were different.
Right.
So, but the covers, being able to do video, huge. That's really exciting.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I have to think about that one. Because sometimes they add these things and it's like, is this actually helpful? Like, for example, for me, something that's crucial for video is now there's like captions, because I look at my phone when I'm with my family, my daughter, and I don't want it blaring always into, my life. Or I might even be looking at things silently. And so I'm always curious with video. I feel like sometimes people are either in the mood or not, because video also is a little bit more of a commitment to watch it. But anyway, another discussion maybe.
But it's a great way to capture. Absolutely. I think the point of the video covers is that it kind of captures your attention. So even if it was like 2 seconds of me going, oh my gosh, people are going to want to read it, right? Because they're like, you have a feeling versus just skimming the words.
There's like definitely a thought around it to see if it's helpful. Like, will people want to engage? And honestly, my thought around this too is these platforms, just like us in our businesses, are experimenting. Like there's so many things they put in and then they take away. And sometimes I want to be sneaky here, but I think sometimes they're testing for other things.
Yes.
Like they're not actually going to leave that because
they're
testing that real estate for something else. And it's like their sneaky way of getting us into it. Anyway, conspiracy theory.
No, I totally agree with you. If we're being honest, all marketing is testing.
Totally.
Like that's what we're doing, is we're putting content out and we're seeing what resonates to make more of that, right? Yes. If you're doing it right.
Yeah.
So that is interesting. This I didn't know, and I'm shocked, but custom CTA links are removed. LinkedIn has quietly which is interesting. Like they didn't say anything publicly, but they've quietly removed the ability to add custom call to action links to your personal profile, which was something that every educator in LinkedIn talked about.
Right.
You make sure that have those custom call to action links.
Right.
So if you relied on that feature to drive traffic, it's time to kind of rethink your link strategy and decide what you're going to do. So since they're removed, maybe you do post an article with a link every once in a while to give people the opportunity to get to your content, to get to your information.
Right.
I thought that I feel like LinkedIn is a platform that tends to do things undercover.
Yeah.
Instead of getting feedback and then having to say, nope.
Right. Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Maybe. I guess, yeah. I sometimes when you bring attention to a change, it makes it bigger than it is, or it.
Yes.
Sometimes, we're marketers. We notice everything, but there's a lot of people who don't, and it's almost easier sometimes to just swap it in and then see what happens.
Oh yes. Yes.
So
I imagine people are going to be really upset because the few LinkedIn educators that I know, that was really a core piece of how you optimize your profile.
Right.
And apparently that's not there anymore. So I didn't notice.
I didn't notice that.
But I had added links, so now I guess they're gone. I don't know.
All right. Next up on LinkedIn is new best practices for video posts. So the platform shared updated guidance on video content, emphasizing short, value-packed clips with captions and native uploads for best performance. Surprise, surprise. Although I want to fight back on this one too, because I totally understand.
I might fight with you.
I don't know. Like there's people who really go against that short rule, right? Like we all, it feels like, oh yeah, we all want short content, but there's some long form content that's amazing. And I will sit and watch it for like 5 minutes because it has
more. Yeah.
Because it had, I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking on like Instagram or YouTube. Well, YouTube, I'm talking about shorts, but I think YouTube has like a limit on shorts because it makes sense. It's
1 minute. 1 minute for shorts, and then
But LinkedIn, why are you getting on this game? You're in the wrong direction, in my opinion. Like maybe, I don't know. What do you think, Jen? Just more short videos?
Well, I agree with you. I think that unfortunately short form videos are key, but I feel like people are spending more time scrolling with short form videos. Where long form videos lend to actually learning something, in my opinion. But the thing that I would argue about on this is that they say value-packed clips with captions and native uploads for best performance, but they have third-party platform partners that there's supposed to be no difference in engagement if you use a third-party platform. So right here, they're slamming all their partners like repurposing, which I think is not cool, in my opinion. If you're offering third-party platforms, then it should be no difference.
They're going to always say native. All the platforms want you to spend all the time that you have because that's where they control everything. So they're always going to say, well, make sure it is. But at the end of the day, they take what they can because they know that it's better someone is posting something. Like, for example, LinkedIn, I am not an active user. I have repurposed that posts for me. It's better that I'm still plugged into the system.
I go in and comment or whatever, but I'm not on there. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think all platforms are going to kind of try to suck you into their platform. That's what they,
Can you imagine if we natively posted every place we were? We wouldn't be every place.
No. You could do it with a team.
We couldn't.
But it still wouldn't be effective. It still wouldn't be effective with a team.
Not time-wise business. I'd rather have them doing other things. But
maybe it needs to be a combo. Like maybe if you send it signals of like you do a little bit of repurposing and a little bit of native, I think maybe that's where you get the best bang for your buck.
And I think that's true for all platforms, really. Yeah. Pinterest is different. It's really made really for the third party to work,
Yeah.
but I think they want you on there. So even if you're posting 5 times a day, but if you're not interacting on the platform, you're not going to get the reach you want. So that in that case, I totally agree. Totally get it.
Interesting.
All right. Well, we're moving on to Meta for Facebook. So Meta is leaning heavily into short form content. I mean, when haven't they? I mean, and every platform.
Yeah.
And shifting how links are shared. So the first one is notes disappearing updates. A new notes feature. I don't know if that's like a story, right? Because that's what it's sounding like.
Yeah.
A new notes feature is rolling out that lets users post quick text updates that disappear in under 24 hours, kind of like a text-based story, ideally for time-sensitive promos or thoughts, which I guess is kind of Threads-ish.
It's Threads. I was just looking at the link. So this is specifically for Threads.
Then why is it in here?
Oh, I see. Maybe it's not for...
Oh, it's Meta. It's not Facebook. It's Meta.
Yes.
So Meta is Threads, Facebook, Instagram. Sorry, folks.
It says
and
Facebook
Instagram had it separate.
It says on Facebook and Messenger now let you show notes for less than 24 hours. So Facebook and Messenger.
So it is a new one. Yeah. Very cool. So basically it's going to disappear kind of like stories, but it's text-based only, which is very intriguing. They must have, because Threads has just grown so much, potentially they're trying to add those to other areas within Meta.
Right.
It sounds like.
Are you on Threads, Jen? Like, are you active?
Yeah. No. I mean, I am. I usually go on there to like comment on what people say or add a kind of a snarky little thing, but I'm not using it as like a marketing platform.
Are you repurposing stuff
on there? No.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I go on. It's for me, I find Threads is most effective when it's just engagement.
Right.
I know some people have done great in terms of their business, but I still think it's because it's people just having conversation versus like marketing. Whenever I put an opinion, it does incredibly well. When I put anything business-wise or services, because of course I test everything, it doesn't do as well. So I guess it's another platform to grow a community.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I look at it.
Right. Interesting.
Are you?
No. I keep going back and forth, but honestly, I'm so busy. Like I just right now where I'm at, I just keep thinking, how can I hand this off to someone? Because or automate parts of it, right? And I don't think repurpose yet.
Repurpose does do Threads.
Oh, it does do? Okay.
They do. Okay. It's much smaller, like because you have a limit to the text, similar to X.
Yeah.
So it's you can't sort of do repurpose for everything that you do because you're going to have to truncate it.
Right. Yeah. All right. Next on Metas is all video uploads are now Reels. So Facebook is fully committing to Reels. Any video you upload, regardless of length, will now be classified and displayed as a Reel. Fascinating. I wonder if this applies to Instagram as well. But I guess that
because any video on Instagram is Reels. Remember, they turned lives go into a long reel.
Oh, I didn't know
that.
Like
after you go live, it turns into a long reel.
But what if you have like a long video? Like I've uploaded videos that are like, I think more than 90. Does that also turn into a reel?
I think it's like, they don't have anything but Reels. So I'm assuming it does. I think you can do up to 5 minutes now. I'm not sure. It's like something longer, but who knows? I'm sure they're going to get longer and longer because people want different things. So it's going to have to expand.
Yeah, and some content, like I said before, like not all content, I think everyone can like force themselves to do short form, but at some point, like some content just requires more than, how many seconds.
I mean, I look at short form content like quick, easy tips. And long form content is a little bit more of the detail of baking the cake versus just the highlights,
Yeah. Or something that's
Yeah.
supposed to provoke people and kind of shock them, get their
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah. Intrigue them,
Mhm.
curiosity.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Edutainment
Oh,
for
edutainment.
education and I've been hearing that lately, and I'm like, oh, I can't say the word very well, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is to put links in comments, not captions. So
Mm.
Meta recommends adding links in the comments of your posts instead of captions for better engagement and better reach.
Hmm.
It's a small shift that could mean more eyeballs on your offer. So, and does it say in there? I didn't pull it
It
up
says
yet.
Facebook. It says Facebook. Yeah.
Just Facebook. Okay. So, but that's I'm going to now do things differently because I use Recurpost and it
Mm.
goes to Facebook also, but I always put the link in the caption.
Right. Me too.
But now I'm going to put it in the comments.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to know
That's
that.
good to
And
know.
now you all know the best news because you're going to get more eyeballs on your offers.
And I
for
can
your
probably bet something on the I can probably bet that Instagram will go in the same direction.
Mhm.
And I don't know, maybe we have
I'm
to
going to
test
test
out.
it because it might be, maybe they even have that live now. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. You got to test these
Yeah,
things.
yeah, for sure.
Very cool.
All right. Speaking of
right.
Instagram, we're going to talk about Instagram now. So Instagram is testing and rolling out some updates for creators. So the repost feature is expanded. There's an expansion on that. So Instagram is finally giving more users access to the native repost option, making it easier to reshare content without workarounds or third-party apps. Fascinating. I haven't checked. I don't think so. Like
I
reshare.
haven't tried a repost yet. Have
So this
you?
would be
I don't know that I have
repost
that.
to, it could be your content or anybody else's content, I'm assuming.
Well, you can take other people's content and share it on your stories, but this feels like it's actually reposting something that was already posted.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
before.
Yeah, so it says repost
I'm gonna
content
try
to your
it.
followers in feed. So that's kind of cool. I like that.
That is very cool. But I'm sad to hear the workaround of third-party apps because I like the ease of my third-party apps,
That's
and Instagram is gonna force you to be there. But I totally will try it. Gotta test these things, right?
Hey, speaking of reels, we were just talking about that.
Yep. Reels can now be 20 minutes long. I thought it was 5. It's 20.
We totally predicted that. I can totally see someone watching 20 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I just feel like people they always go for I don't know. I think it's the laziness of the content creators. I think creating a 5-second reel is a lot harder or might be easier than like a 20-minute one, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the 5 to 7 second one that repeats, people tend to post those because it repeats, so you get more views and more engagement. But I feel like that's the whole entertainment piece. But I've done like 1 minute long reels with like tips and things like that, and those get way more engagement if it's for your audience and all that. But reels are really pointed to new eyeballs. True. So I don't know how these long reels would work for cold audience versus our own audience. So it's interesting.
You'd still need to capture their attention in the first few seconds for them to stick around. Well, maybe even the first minute. Sure. Right. And so you have to think about what is your hook, as Instagram experts say.
Well, saying in the beginning of what you're going to cover in the order you're going to cover it. So people want to stay on to listen to that one thing that piqued their curiosity with these long ones. That's kind of what we do in long form content for videos so long form content just got a green light. Reels can now be up to 20 minutes, allowing you to repurpose YouTube content or dive deeper into storytelling, which people are craving, especially in business, but really in life.
I think they're totally.
I could list. Yeah. So I am going to take one of my 5-minute, 7-minute videos on YouTube and test the theory and put it on there and kind of see what happens. I think storytelling is really the future when you can give analogies or a story that helps to sort of reinforce what you're talking about. It keeps people interested,
Absolutely.
rather than just straight. Because I am like a bottom line girl. Tip 1, 2, 3, done. But most people, they want kind of the whys behind it. And that's where stories, I think, really help do the heavy lifting in our marketing.
Yeah, I love that. All right. Next up is Trial Reels feature. So a new option called Trial Reels is being tested, letting you experiment with your reel content before committing to a full post. Think of it as soft launching your video ideas. So I
use these.
I heard someone, or I was, looking at someone doing this, but they did it with previous content and they found that it actually helped them attract new followers. Did you hear that too, Jen?
No, say that again.
So like they would take something they already created and they would repost it as a trial reel and instead of a new thing, right? So this way they like repurposed it, but then it attracted a bunch of new followers. So I heard that
the trial reels are great. I have used them a number of times, testing them over the last, I think I've had access for maybe 3 months now. And it's interesting because you see what new eyeballs are attracted to, and then you can replicate that to get really good reach. But the thing that I love about trial reels is it doesn't show it to your audience. So it literally is going out only to new people. So it's not on your site, basically your Instagram account platform, so that if it's a dud after like 24 hours or whatever, you can delete it or you can turn it into one that's going to go onto your feed. Right. So I find it interesting. I always wonder, like when I do that, I'm like, but I want my people to see these, but I also want to test new eyeballs. So I don't use it hardly at all anymore, but it is really good if you're newer in business or you're newer to Instagram for whatever reason, and you're not quite sure what resonates with the people that are following you right now. This is great. Yeah. And it's really great for one of my clients used this because she was changing her business and she wanted to get new people that were interested in the new thing she's talking about versus the thing that people normally followed her for before. Right. And so she gets a lot of new people and then some people unsubscribe, but that's great because if this is where you're going, you don't need that audience,
Right.
So it could be really useful in testing for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Awesome. Okay. So we've got, did I say that or did you?
I did. You're up next.
Okay. Threads. We're going to talk about Threads.
There we go.
Threads is heating up with new tools for creators, and community builders. So it is very community based. Threads nearing X's daily user count. That's kind of insane, but I feel like X has dropped a little bit. Threads is gaining fast and now nearly matches X, formerly Twitter, in daily active users. Proof that it's not just a flash in the pan. So that's pretty interesting. And again, all of these things that we're giving you a brief look at are full articles that you'll be able to click in the links.
I love that. Yeah. All right. Next, hidden words filter launch. So users can now filter out offensive or unwanted language from their feeds with the new hidden words feature, a solid step for mental health and online safety. Fascinating.
Amazing. I love when positive things like that help the platforms to be safer.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Interest stats for topics. You can now see how many people are following or engaging with specific topics. It's a great way to discover a niche or new communities or trending conversations. So I will test all of these just because it's fun and I like it.
We need to make a list of all the trend tools that are out there. All right, YouTube. So YouTube continues to invest in better metrics and smarter search features, including the new viewer metrics, casual versus regular viewers. So creators now get insights into how many viewers are casual browsers versus loyal fans. This is gold for tailoring your content and calls to action. That's nice.
Yes. And I wanted to say, if you go to your analytics and then you go to the advanced features in the top right button to get a full kind of view, I took and did a lifetime of my analytics for my YouTube channel. I downloaded it and I uploaded it to ChatGPT, asking it to analyze as a YouTube strategist focused on engagement and growing a channel for monetization. And I uploaded it, and everything they gave me was incredibly smart. A few of the things I was already doing, the other things I'm now implementing. But more importantly than that, it gave me a breakdown of the exact watch time that each month that I need to hit that monetization. So I need 250 watch hours a month to hit that, whatever it is.
You want to be able to turn on ads on your account, basically.
Yes. And I'm at like 150. So I'm actually closer than I thought I was, which was exciting and gave me a little oomph to like do more. So, yeah. So I just wanted to say that because I think that was something that is super helpful. And 2 of my clients tested it out and it gave them excellent recommendations. So don't forget that one thing I think ChatGPT does so much better than anything else is it can analyze things for you. Like I had a contract that I had to sign and I uploaded the contract and had it list out to me all of the things that it like entailed, anything that could be concerning, all the things. It's because I didn't have to read through the 45 pages or whatever it was.
Right.
So most people that I talk to don't think about that. You can do that with your analytics for Instagram. You can do that for your analytics with LinkedIn. Wherever you are, you can take those analytics and upload them to ChatGPT and it can give you some ideas. I think it's so cool.
Yeah, we need to do another episode on how we're using the AI tools lately because it updates.
We could do it once a month and not be done.
Yeah, no, I feel like it changes so much, and I want to share that because, like you said, you don't know what you don't know. Like, I've definitely used it to analyze things. I've never thought about a contract, but I also have never signed a 45-page contract, so I could totally see myself doing it.
and it doesn't discount me from reading through it because ChatGPT makes mistakes, but at least it can give me an idea. Yeah. And on a couple of things I wasn't sure about, I'm like, what page is that on? So I got to go to that page and like, do you know what I mean? It was just,
it's a shortcut. It's a shortcut for all the things.
For sure. Okay. Answers found in video. I've actually used this. In YouTube, they are highlighting exact timestamps where questions are answered in search results, similar to featured snippets on Google. So a huge plus for tutorial and how-to creators. And I used it. It was something about my Nikon camera that I had a question on. And instead of having to watch whole videos that they pull up in a search, they're actually pulling it up to the point in the video that I need to watch. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
So
I've totally used it too. Yeah. It's very smart. Makes a lot of sense. All right. Yeah. And our last one is community posts now in the Shorts tab. YouTube is giving more visibility to your text/image/poll posts by placing them inside the Shorts tab, which could significantly increase engagement. Fascinating.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very cool. I noticed that in my YouTube feed, and I click on it. It almost looks like it's a video, and then you click on it, and it goes to an article. So it's kind of it's a great way to get seen if you do that. I don't typically do posts or images or polls, but I'm going to probably test that now.
Yeah.
Just because you can do that and have it drive to a video too.
Exactly. So, yeah. I was just thinking that as well. Like, I think it's cool to be able to, I didn't even know you could publish on here. That's really cool. And you could schedule your content too. I mean, it's its own little platform.
It's very cool. So bottom line, you guys, with so many platforms evolving in real time, it can feel kind of impossible to keep up, but staying informed is really the first step to showing up strategically instead of reacting to every single trend that's going on out there.
Right.
Which updates are you most excited about or most confused by? We'd love to hear. Go to Marketing Duo Podcast on Instagram. Let us know like what you thought about this, what you're wanting. And if you want help turning these trends into an easy follow content plan, we may have a program coming up in the near future where we're going to be teaching all search marketing platform techniques. So,
yay. Awesome.
And we'll see you next week.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.